Everybody, so today's video is total real life. As you can see, I'm in my pajamas. I had a very busy day yesterday. I had a friend I took all the way up to Pomona and Covina. We were gone all day, was in the car driving in LA traffic. Not a lot of fun. And so I needed an easy dinner tonight. So what I decided to make is my husband's favorite, which is Polish sausage with potatoes and sour cream and onions. And I started making it and I thought, well, wait a minute, maybe I should show you guys and we'll do it really quickly so it'll be a short video and you don't need to see every step. So what I did first was I cut up my Polish sausage and my onions and I browned them. Then I put them aside and I cut up my potatoes and put them in some chicken broth and boiled them up until they were most of the liquid was gone and they got very brown. So I'm going to show you what that looks like right now because you don't need to see all those steps. It was very easy. I just put a top on the potatoes and steamed them till the liquid was gone, and I browned the onions and sausage separately before I did that. So that's where I am so far. I also made a cinnamon roll casserole, which is kind of odd, but you do it with stale bread, eggs, cinnamon sugar, and brown sugar, and I'll show you that recipe sometime. But that's what we're gonna have for dessert, and then just steamed broccoli. It had to be easy, because I needed an early night. I am totally exhausted. So when you're totally exhausted, you can still cook, and here you go. I'm gonna show you what I have so far. Okay. Also, no microphone because it's charging and it was out of juice. So, I'll show you what I've done so far and then you'll kind of see my processes from there. Ooh. Okay, here we go. So here's my Polish sausage. You can see that it's really well browned. I put it on high heat and I cooked it with the onions together. Once they had flavored the pan, I then put my potatoes in the pan, and as you can see, they're very brown. They're a little browner than I wanted to get them, but that actually does give them a nice flavor. So there's no heat in this pan right now whatsoever. So all I'm going to do is take my Polish sausage and combine it with my potatoes. So we're going to do that right now, maybe, if I can do it with one hand. There we go. Oh, you can hear that, see the pan is still very, very hot. So there's my Polish sausage and onions all nice and brown with my potatoes all nice and brown. And you can hear it sizzle. We're just going to stir that around. That looks really good. All right. And then I'm going to take some half and half and some sour cream and add it to this pan. So let me get that out and we'll do that next. So here's my big packet or bottle of half and half. Ooh, can I open it one-handed? Look out, I blocked your view. Yes, I can. So we're gonna put about a quarter cup of half and half in here. And I'm just gonna eyeball it. It's gonna sizzle right away. It's about a quarter cup. I think I'm gonna do about a half cup. And you can use heavy cream and use a little less, but that makes it more fattening. And it's already got sour cream in it, so it doesn't really need to be more fattening. So that's going to get it stirred in there, and then we'll put in our sour cream. All right, so there's about a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. So far, the only spices I've put in this is salt with the potatoes because there's a lot of salt and flavor in the Polish sausage. So that's really all I've put in so far. I'm going to add just some dried parsley flakes, which is right there. And I'm going to also add, because Pete loves it, especially with potatoes, is a little bit of curry. So that's going to go in to taste. So maybe a teaspoon to a tablespoon of parsley and about a teaspoon of curry powder. So I've added my curry and my parsley. All I'm going to do is just stir all this together. That cream is in there simply to allow the sour cream to spread around a little bit easier. And you can see it's getting very brown because the potatoes are brown. That's going to create its own sauce. A little browner, like I said, than normal, but I think it's going to be okay. I went to get my phone so I could record, and when I came back, everything was a little darker than I wanted it to be. Now you can cook this in the oven, but with these new pans, if you have a good nonstick pan, you can do all this on the stove top, and there's no reason to bake it whatsoever. It can be a one skillet dish, really easy to clean up, and it is absolutely delicious. So we have this for tonight and some fresh steamed broccoli that I got from the grocery store yesterday. When I'm steaming my broccoli, I have a microwave steamer and I steam fresh vegetables for about 6 minutes. So I am gonna let this sit here and warm up. I'm gonna steam my broccoli and then I will plate it up and show it to you and we'll see if Pete likes it. All right. Be back with you in a second. So there's my cinnamon roll casserole. If you guys are interested in getting the recipe for it, I can definitely make it again and show it to you. It's actually just some stale French bread, eggs, butter, sugar, cinnamon, and some apple pie filling, all stirred together and cooked in the oven for 400 degrees, at 400 degrees for about 15-20 minutes. And I gotta tell you, to use up stale bread, you would not believe how absolutely delicious this is. I'll show you what it looks like when we plate it up, and I can always give you the recipe if you're interested. And also here's my final go with the sausage and potatoes. And I said I would show it to you when I plate it up, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. My microwave is cooking very noisily in the background. And when everything is plated, I will show you what we have. All right, it is time to plate up our dinner. I'm getting out my microwave broccoli. It's been 6 minutes. It was completely fresh broccoli that I cut up, so it's hot. You can see it steaming. This is a great microwave container because it drains everything. Oh, it's very hot, hold on. So it just drains. And you can add it directly to the plate and just throw a tiny bit of butter on top of each piece. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do here. Got Billy Joel playing in the background. So I'm going to add just a little couple pats of butter to my broccoli. I've already salted it, but I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more salt. And then I'm going to plate up the sausage. That's my refrigerator because I left the door open. Always good to do. Ooh, I can smell the curry. There, and that is dinner, easy peasy. I am gonna top it with a tiny bit of sour cream. Pete loves sour cream. I didn't use a whole lot in the whole dish, so I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on, and he can also add it to his broccoli because he likes that. So that is my final plate. And we're gonna do a little taste test for you. Okay, Pete, this has all, I know you're taking a swallow. I didn't push the record button. So this has all his favorite stuff in it. It's got curry and Polish sausage, potatoes, and sour cream. That's his favorite stuff. So why don't you give me one bite for sure now that I'm recording. I know you already know what you think of it.
It's delicious.
Okay, what do you like best about it?
I like the sausages.
The sausages, okay. We were gonna just put them in hot dog buns today and be really, really easy, but he really wanted the potatoes and curry, so I told him, because it's good, so I told him I would. Okay, guys, when we start to eat the apple cinnamon roll casserole, we'll take a bite of that too and show you how we like it. See ya, bye. So I'm plating up my apple pie cinnamon roll concoction here, and I'm just going to take a big slice of it out, and I'm going to put a little one on each plate and some whipped cream on top, and we're gonna taste test it for you. So you'll see my plate in a minute. Again, I'm a little short on stands and finesse today. So here's my plate of the apple pie cinnamon roll casserole. I used about 2/3 a cup of stale French bread, 2/3 a loaf of stale French bread, 3 eggs, about a tablespoon of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of butter, a little bit of cream, a whole bunch of cinnamon and sugar, and a can of apple pie filling. And I'm gonna go really easy, not gonna whip any cream or anything. I'm actually just gonna put it on top. And then give some of it to Pete and let him taste it for you. So there you have it. If you're interested in the recipe, let me know and I will share it, the actual recipe, and show you how to make it. So Pete really, really hates this. He really hates this when I make him taste stuff because he hates being on camera. But you know what? I love him and I love watching him. Go ahead.
It's good.
Good. You're gonna have to tell me what you taste in there.
Whipped cream, apple. Some other good stuff.
Excuse me, cinnamon, sugar, and brown sugar,
And that, yeah.
and butter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a good dessert.
Very.
I'm going to give this a taste as well. So I actually already snuck a taste. I thought it was pretty good. So here we go. Still nice and warm. Really, really good. I need to share this recipe with you. It's actually quite good. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Hope you're having a good week and have a safe weekend. We'll talk to you later.